deal with airplane peanuts.
What's fun about this show
Or Ron.
is that you never know if tonight is the night where one of these people snaps,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, I'm 3 feet away from someone who's so unwell, so mentally deranged, that you have no idea if tonight's the night that they just decide to do something wild. And so that's the fun of this.
Last week, Bert Kreischer posted a poll on his Instagram story asking fans to vote on who the greatest Two Bears One Cave guest of all time is. Well, that got me thinking who the greatest guest for other comedy podcasts would be, so we decided to put this poll in our community section and asked 137,000 comedy fans who is the greatest Kill Tony guest of all time. To start off with, the 4 options were Theo Von, Shane Gillis, Mark Normand, Joe Rogan, and other and comment. Over 17,000 people voted on the poll, and things were pretty even for a while there, but eventually Theo Von was able to pull away with 43% of the votes.
I used to lift weights with David Duke, dude.
What?
I did. Swear to God, we shared a back fence when I was growing up. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, we used to go do chest a lot.
You talk about that in your stand-up?
Uh-uh.
You are the funniest person I've ever met in my fucking life.
Isn't that when I say, and you think I have a bad hoodie?
You really lifted weights with David Duke?
Dude, he's a nice guy. I mean, overall, I didn't get into any of his practices.
Did your muscles burn like a cross afterwards?
What do you mean, oh?
How do you...
That's just funny.
That's your reality, and you have not spoke about that on stage?
Yeah, I just haven't really
Are
gotten
you
around to
kidding
it.
me?
That's
God
crazy.
damn, you have some stuff to dig into.
He seemed like a I'm not gonna. Everybody's gonna judge him, but I mean, at the time he was, non-practicing, and
Soft lips.
yeah, and he just seemed pretty casual and liked to hit the gym. I liked to hit the gym. He was dating this pretty girl that worked at the seafood restaurant.
This video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Raid is the first game to bring a true console-level experience to your phone. They've set the bar high and there's no going back. Explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battle, and PvP arena matches. With literally hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions, each blessed with unique skills, you can build your team, develop your champions, and raid your way. I've been playing Raid now for a while, and these are some of the personal champions that I like to use. The Royal Guard is sick. He has an extremely powerful ability that scales damage based on enemy max HP. That's in addition to all the other damage it deals. I also like Venus. She's a very versatile champion that can perform well in each aspect of the game. With the first skill, Venus attacks on one enemy 2 times and has a chance to place a poison debuff. And right now, Raid's running an amazing trick-or-treat Halloween promotion where you can win in-game and real-life prizes, including $1,000 in Amazon gift cards and some of the best epic and legendary Halloween champions in Raid. All you need is your Raid player ID. Just download Raid with my link in the description, then head over to trickortreat.polarium.com. That's it, but don't wait around because this special opportunity only lasts from October 15th to November 5th. And once it's done, it's done. Click the link in the description right now or scan this QR code on screen. From there, just enter your information, spin the wheel, and collect your prize. This offer is only for new players. You'll get bonuses worth $30, including energy refill, XP boost, silver, ancient shard, and more. And you can claim your reward here for the first 30 days.
Duncan and I are so high right now.
I want some of that weed.
We're almost imperceivably high.
Pull the weed out.
We just did a 3.5-hour podcast and just got in a car and came over here. And the whole way over, we're talking about woolly mammoths and
Hollow Earth. Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
But
it's the dumbest conversation I've ever had in my life.
Hey, you know what, Waco?
I loved every second of it.
Waco's the biggest woolly mammoth museum in the world up there. It's a giant woolly mammoth dig. Didn't mean to interrupt, sorry. Don't beat me up.
It's a good point, though.
Even with 43% of the votes, most of the comments in support for Theo were at the same time split between him and Shane Gillis. This guy said, Theo Von is great when he gets past insecurity and talks more up there. Shane is just unmatched once he gets rolling on the buds and the sighties. Taylor Cox said, very hard to choose between Shane and Theo. And Danny said, Shane's hands down. Theo wasn't that great on Kill Tony, in my opinion. Now, if this was just a vote for funniest podcast guest in general on any podcast, not just Kill Tony, there's no doubt in my mind Theo would win this by a landslide. But because this is Kill Tony, it is a little bit different. And after rewatching all of Theo's episodes, I can see where people are coming from when they say he might not be the greatest Kill Tony guest of all time. And honestly, I think that's because he doesn't really like hurting the comedian's feelings in the interview portion. And unfortunately, or fortunately, if you like the show, that's a huge aspect of the show. I feel like Theo wants to be polite to them. Even when he does roast them, he quickly apologizes after and says he's just kidding.
Do you just cheat on your girlfriend with multiple
No, I've actually never cheated. This is satire. Yeah,
It's your wacky character, your lovable character. Everyone wants to
exactly.
see you again.
I'm too lovable in real life. I'm
You've
trying to
actually
dull it
never
down.
cheated, or you just realized that you were on a live podcast? which one's the truth?
Well, I don't have a girlfriend, and I've never cheated.
Honesty.
You don't even have a girlfriend?
No, I
God,
don't.
you're a dirty liar.
Don't have a girlfriend? What is going? I feel duped.
Nobody squirts. Never. No, 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 no.
You don't even have a girlfriend? Are you really even a bad comedian? I'm joking.
And we're off.
Do you even joke, bro?
You used to be one too. Come on.
Yeah, that was a joke. And I'm
Jordan,
sorry, that was kind of rude. I didn't.
No, I like jokes.
That's what you're here for. That was great.
Yeah,
I
but it
loved
was
it.
mean, though.
It's the height
And I
of the
think,
show for me so
It takes a
far.
lot of bravery to be up there, man. I felt nervous right when you were standing there, and these fucking anarchists behind you. I would feel uncomfortable. But nice anarchists, but still.
By far the most comments on this poll were for Shane Gillis, specifically drunk Shane Gillis. This guy said the young bull getting absolutely shredded and slurring was epic. What a unit. Shane's middle school bully humor is perfect for Kill Tony's environment. See, that might be the thing that Theo's missing a little bit of, the middle school bully mindset. Shane tickling and Tony and acting flamboyantly with each other is the funniest shit I've ever seen. When Tony stood on the chair and Shane fingered his ass was gold.
Stop tickling me. Shane keeps tickling me.
This guy, he wishes. I even touched him once. This goddamn fruitcake. No, I had a couple drinks. I get a little handsy. I touched some guys. I touch some guys sometimes. It's a fun joke.
I love it.
The other two comedians on the poll, Joe Rogan and Mark Normand, basically tied, with Joe Rogan raking in 11% of the poll and Mark Normand receiving 9% of the votes. Mark Normand and Shane, but probably Mark if I had to choose one. Fountain City Fingerboard said Shane Gillis, Ari Shaffir, Mark Normand, and drunk Joe Rogan. So basically the whole Protect Our Parks crew after a podcast of drinking on JRE. Matt K said can't decide between Shane, Mark, and Attell. And Chad Regal said you have to put two different Joe Rogans, Joe drunk and Joe sober, because sober Joe calm and chill while drunk Joe roasts everyone and is hella loud, which is couldn't be more true.
You misunderestimated me like Kamaru Usman misunderestimated Leon Edwards, motherfucker.
I did not believe this.
In the last minute.
Let's fucking go.
I would have thought we'd see Norm Macdonald before Joe Rogan tonight. This is crazy.
Let's do a fucking puzzle, okay? Let's play poker, motherfucker.
Comedians in that other and comment category that received the most comments were Tim Dillon, Dave Attell, Ron White, and Alex Jones, as a guest, obviously not a comedian. I also should mention that the regulars on Kill Tony, like Hans Kim, David Lucas, William Montgomery, those guys were not included as guests for this poll, but they did receive a lot of love in the comments nonetheless. Dane said Alex Jones by miles and miles, Alex Jones the first time he was on, and drinking. Casey said, I think the recent episode with Dave Attell is my favorite so far. I think a big part of that was from the guests, though. I'm going to vote Ron White. Gives great advice and words of encouragement. Also hilarious. And James King said, Tim Dillon is great at Kill Tony. Almost like a second host.
Are you living here now?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Is Austin's like the big city, right?
Oh, massive.
Massive, yeah.
What part of
4 blocks. 3 of them are closed for a homeless wedding or whatever the hell. It's downtown is a dump. Tell Joe Rogan to get us the fuck out of here. Anyway, I'm kidding.
I'm telling you.
Great to be
They
here.
did.
Great to be here.
They all lied to us. Him and Ron White lied to us. They said, come to Austin, get out of LA, get away from all the traffic and homeless people.
Yeah, right.
You know what? I really think that you got to cut some of this edge off because it just doesn't come off as real. You don't seem like that mean a guy. Mm-hmm. So either learn how to act meaner when you get up here, come off assholey and then sell this darker stuff, or it just doesn't sound like you're being true to your nature to me. You know, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems like you're not that person and you're trying to be that person on stage. And I think it'd be more interesting if you were just who you are.
Oh, thank you.
Honest advice.
So it seems like no matter who you prefer as a Kill Tony guest, everyone's a little bit better when they're drunk. Or in Rogan's case, literally blacked out. Feel free to comment who your favorite Kill Tony guest of all time is on this video, and thank you so much for watching. If you're looking for a page to keep up with the entire comedy scene all at once, please consider subscribing to Joke World right now. And if you want even more comedy content in your life, we also have an Instagram where we're posting similar stuff. We'll also send you free Joke World stickers in the mail if you shoot us a DM. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you Monday with the comedy news.